All right, today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to look into the future of the iPhone. And I'm not talking about the usual leaks or rumors, nope. We're tapping into the collective imagination of its most dedicated users to really envision what the OS could become. So let's just jump right in, and I want to start with a question about that device you're probably holding in your hand right now.
Okay, seriously. Think about the phone in your pocket. It's an amazing piece of tech, right? No question. But here's the thing. Is it actually smart, or is it just really obedient? It just sits there, it waits for you to tap, to swipe, to tell it exactly what to do. What if it could be more than that? What if it could actually anticipate what you need?
You know, this whole deep dive was kicked off by this incredible community effort, and someone on the Mac Rumors forums they nailed it. They said, this isn't just a wish list, it's a roadmap to a truly personal computer in your pocket. And that right there is the whole idea. It's not just about features, it's about a whole new destination.
So you're probably wondering, okay, where are all these big ideas coming from? And the answer isn't some secret lab in Cupertino. Nope, it's coming from Apple's most passionate, most engaged users. They're the ones in the trenches, using these things every single day, and boy, do they have a vision for what's next. So here's where it all lives, this massive, just absolutely sprawling thread on the Mac Rumors forums. And listen, we're not talking about a couple of random suggestions here. Think of it like a crowdsourced design document, thousands of posts long, with over 100, you heard me right, 100 distinct, super well thought out ideas for what iOS 26 could and should be.
Okay, so obviously going through 100+ ideas would take forever. So what we've done is boiled that huge list down to 3, let's call them game-changing upgrades. And I want you to think of these less like a checklist of features and more like 3 core philosophies, 3 big ideas that could totally change how we use our phones.
All right, first up, the biggest pain point the community keyed in on? It's that same issue we started with. Our phones, they're reactive. They're powerful for sure, but they just kind of sit there waiting for us to tell them what to do. The intelligence is totally passive.
So what's the solution? It's a concept they're calling proactive intelligence. Just imagine this for a second. You walk into the gym and boom, your phone already has your workout app and your gym playlist ready to go. Or what if it could give you a quick AI-powered summary of all your morning emails and texts before you even have to ask? See, this is all about your phone finally understanding context, learning your habits, and actually working for you, in the background.
Okay, on to pain point number 2. We all hear about Apple's amazing ecosystem, right? But let's be honest, sometimes moving between your iPhone, your iPad, and your Mac can still feel clunky. There's just this friction. You're copying a file over here, opening an app over there. It's not always that magical, seamless experience we were promised. So the big idea here is to finally build a truly seamless ecosystem. And I mean, forget just copying and pasting text. Picture a universal clipboard that just works instantly with photos, files, you name it, across every single one of your devices. Or how about a dynamic handoff that moves your entire workflow, not just one app? I mean, look at this idea here, using a widget on your iPhone to actually control an app running on your Mac. That's the goal, to make all your devices feel like one single, incredibly smart system.
And that brings us to the third big frustration. And this one's a classic, personalization. For all its beauty and how easy it is to use, iOS can feel pretty rigid, can't it? It's like the experience is basically the same for everybody. It's this one-size-fits-all approach in a world where everyone wants their tech to feel, personal.
So the solution they're proposing, they're calling it radical personalization. And I love that. And we're not just talking about changing your wallpaper here, people. We're talking a fully customizable lock screen that can pull in live data you actually care about. Or, get this, an AI that can create an entire system-wide theme just from one of your photos. A control center where you decide what buttons go where. It's all about finally giving us the tools to make our phone truly 100% ours.
Okay, so these are all fantastic ideas for us, the users. But what about the bigger picture? I mean, a change this big in iOS doesn't just happen in a bubble. It would send massive shockwaves through the entire tech world. And this right here really shows you the core difference. On the left, you've got what we have today, reactive assistants. They wait for you to say, "Hey Siri." But the vision for this future iOS, that's what you see on the right. It's an intelligence that's already anticipating what you're going to do next, that manages whole workflows for you, and it's baked into every single part of the OS. And that, of course, creates this massive ripple effect. For us, the users, it's a no-brainer. A way more efficient, way more personal phone. For developers, it opens up a whole new world. A floodgate of new APIs for AI and personalization they can build into their apps. And for the competition, well, the bar just got raised. They'd be forced to play catch-up and fast-track their own proactive features.
And we can't forget the absolutely mind-boggling scale we're talking about here. This isn't some niche gadget. We are talking about a brand new way of doing things that could roll out to over 1.5 billion active devices. The second that switch is flipped, it becomes the new normal for a huge chunk of the planet.
So the big question is, how does something that starts as a community wish list actually become a global reality? Well, it happens when you can see a clear path, a journey, where these user-driven ideas line up perfectly with where a company like Apple is already headed.
You can almost picture how it would play out, right? It starts right now, with these conversations happening online. Then, maybe next year, Apple starts putting the foundational tech in place, these new AI models. And then boom, a future WWDC, the big reveal. And after that, this whole new vision is rolling out, changing the daily lives of over 1 billion people.
So you see, when you put it all together, that proactive intelligence, the seamless ecosystem, and that radical personalization, you finally get to the real heart of this whole vision. The end goal isn't just to make a smarter phone. It's to create a device that's so in sync with you, it feels like a genuine extension of yourself.
And that leaves us with one last, really fascinating question to chew on, if we actually get there. To a point where our devices know what we need even before we do, what's next? What's the next big thing? I mean, really, when your phone is already one step ahead of you, where does personal technology even go from there?